Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Six yards left on 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
They start the drive with Cook, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. George Karlaftis able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Jackson from the shotgun. He finds his man, complete. That's Flowers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. Down to the 42, 2nd down. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Again, it's Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 41 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Hardman on the return. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. He juked him, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now it's Mahomes again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second down, McKinnon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. To throw is Jackson.
Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It certainly looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. Hit it. Get it. Here we go. All right, who get him now?
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Jackson going to run.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Second down and 3.
Here's Mahomes to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Mahomes going to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
First down, Kansas City.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for Kansas City. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
I give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 42.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. But plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They go play fake. Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Rice.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the first down, Chiefs.
On 1st down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
Let's be smart. Let's play ball.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. Oh, what a move.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and goal. Mahomes.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Ravens 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or 2 about we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start him up again. So I think he may want to keep him cranking high right here.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's caught by OBJ. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for the Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw again is Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Jackson will throw again. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They've been out for the ground. 2nd and short, and they brought out that heavy package. It's like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.